Happy New Year, one and all. It's your boy Ian Higton back once again for another one of my yearly video game predictions videos. You're welcome, by the way. Now, I've been doing these videos since 2016, and so far, every single video game prediction that I've featured has turned out to be way more wrong than it has been right. Which in a way is a shame, really, because I do feel like humanity could benefit from some, I don't know, hardcore beast wrestling tournaments to, cheer us all up a bit after the trash fire that was 2022. But anyway, what do video games think we'll have in store for us this year? Let's find out as I consult 5 games set in 2023 now that Big Ben's bells have bonged and time has ticked around to 2023 o'clock. Thanks to Elon Musk and the absolutely idiotic shit-fuckery that he's been doing to Twitter since his dickish trolling meant that he was forced into overpaying for it massively, a lot of capitalism fans are coming around to the idea that maybe, just maybe, billionaires and megacorporations might actually be not that great a thing after all. I mean, honestly, due to the way our Christmas workflow works, I'm actually filming this video in November, and that means there's a high chance that by the time this video actually goes live, Twitter won't even exist anymore. That's how much of an absolutely massive knob cheese Elon Musk actually is. And that's why State of Emergency here may end up being one of the most accurate portrayals of our present to have ever appeared in one of these videos. Now, while the main gameplay in State of Decay is actually set in 2035, even though the Capitol Mall here looks like it's been lifted straight out of the 1990s, according to Rockstar's controversial Riot 'em Up game, this year the United States will be weakened by an economic crisis that will allow something called the American Trade Organization, also known as the Corporation, to build up a paramilitaristic force and overthrow the government. Kind of wish something like that would happen over here in the UK though, to be honest with you, because our government's made up of a bunch of With the US government gone and all opposition to authority liquidated, the corporation will then use the rest of 2023 to impose a corporatized totalitarian police state on the people of America. The instruction manual for State of Emergency goes on to say that in 2023, and I quote, "This period saw sustained growth of our economy. The people were happy and they knew it. Businesses flourished and, despite many environmental problems, our economy grew threefold." Wow, a megacorporation f***ing over the environment for maximum profit? That really is oddly accurate to where we are right now. Perhaps this game can actually tell the future after all. Well, at least that means we've got some awesome rioting to look forward to in 12 years' time. If we can avoid boiling to death in our own skins thanks to climate change before then, that is. Yikes.
3 more employees at their Times Square headquarters have been diagnosed with...
Freenet have denied reports of a biochemical leak at their Midtown research unit. Parent company Hargreave Rash were unavailable for comment.
So far, there are 127 laboratory-confirmed cases, but due to the speed of infection,
all transport routes have now been severed as gasoline threatens to break the dreaded 200 number.
The Crisis series has featured in one of these yearly prediction videos before, in 2020 to be precise, when the first game predicted that, in that year, the US would have a brief scuffle with North Korea before an alien race called the Ceph did the alien version of jumping out of a birthday cake and shouting surprise by launching a full-scale invasion of Earth. Thankfully, none of that bad stuff came to pass, although that means that we also didn't get our hands on these awesome invisibility-granting nanosuits, which is a massive shame actually, because they make your butt look amazing. Honk. So what new joys does its sequel, Crisis 2, think that we've got in store for us this year? Well, how about a highly contagious alien-spread disease called the Manhattan virus that is capable of causing the complete cellular breakdown of anyone unlucky enough to catch it? That sound good to you? Because it's not. Specifically designed by the Ceph to clear out the entire human population from Earth, the Manhattan virus causes all humans infected by it to melt down into a liquidated mass for easy storage and disposal. Tasty soup. The secret ingredient is human. But wait! Before you go splashing your cash on Tupperware tubs to store your family members in, the reason the Manhattan virus has that name in the first place is because this is all supposed to start in Manhattan, New York. That's where the game predicts that the Ceph will build a gigantic bioweapon capable of pooping some gnarly spores out into the air, which will then float around until they hit your lungs and turn you into a person puddle. Now, I don't want to spoil the ending of the game, or I guess 2023 as well, for anyone who hasn't played Crisis 2 yet, but let's just say, if you're living in Manhattan right about now, I think it's best you sell up very quickly and get the hell out of there before the shit hits the fan, okay? You've not got long. Quick.
Tonight, I'm here to say goodbye to all of you.
If you've paid any attention to the news in 2022, you'll be aware of just how dangerously close we've come to a full-scale nuclear war on multiple occasions. Seriously, Putin. So it stands to reason then that 2023 will continue to be a year of fear for most of the world's inhabitants. But what if I was to tell you that Vladimir Tiny Dick over there in Russia isn't going to be the cause of a nuclear 2023? What if I was to tell you that, according to Cyberpunk 2077, the first nuke to pop off this year will be set off by none other than Keanu Reeves? No, you're breathtaking! Literally, because the initial blast wave just ignited all the oxygen in your lungs. Sorry. Yup, not all of Cyberpunk 2077 is set in 2077, as one chapter that's cheerfully titled The Night City Holocaust is set right here in the year 2023. Now, I'm not sure how accurate this prediction is going to be, seeing as there's no place called Night City in the world at the moment, and also considering that in the game we're supposedly in our fourth corporate war by now, and I don't seem to remember the first three, but allegedly, on August the 20th of this year, Keanu Reeves, aka Rockaboy Johnny Silverhand, is going to plant a tactical nuclear device inside the massive headquarters of the Arasaka American Division in Night City. And what could possibly go wrong with an idea as sensible as that? Well, Flash Higton, according to the game, a lot could go wrong, because although the nuke is supposed to go off in a heavily shielded area of the Arasaka Tower, instead it's going to go off prematurely on the 120th floor, which will instantly incinerate the towers and over 12,000 people in its vicinity. Oh, and then it's also going to fatally injure upwards of 500,000 more, while another 250,000 will die of radiation sickness over the following weeks and months. Okay, look, I know the John Wick movies are cool and everything. They're very action-packed and a lot of fun, everyone loves them, but can we maybe have a serious conversation about possibly cancelling Keanu this year? You know, before it's too late for everyone? This obscure Japanese PS2 game here is called Aim for the Top Gunbuster, and it faithfully follows the story of the 1988 Japanese anime Gunbuster, in which a race of insectoid aliens, known as space monsters to us humans, have taken offence to the fact that we are currently trying to stretch our space legs and explore the solar system. Look, I know the human race can be kind of dickish at times, but why is it that every single alien race we seem to meet in video games just wants to straight up annihilate us all the time? Can't they just, I don't know, like ghost us and then ignore us forever like everybody I meet at parties does to me all the time? Because it works really well for them. Not so well for me though. So this version of 2023 is off to a pretty bad start then, I guess. But wait! Before you rush off to buy a year's worth of insect repellent spray and a portable fire hose, you'll all be pleased to know that, behind the scenes, scientists have secretly not only been constructing gigantic space-going battleships, but they've also cooked up some awesomely massive mech suits called RX-7 machine weapons that will be used to fight these space monsters. But who will be piloting these high-tech alien-smashing weapons, you may be wondering? That's actually a really good question. Hold on a minute, let me check my notes. Where are we? Oh, here we go. Oh, all right. Oh, okay. It says here that one of the pilots is a 15-year-old schoolgirl named Noriko. That can't be right, can it? Voice over me? That's what it says here, flesh me, and as far as I can see, there's no real reason for picking young girls to pilot these things over, I don't know, specially trained soldiers? Unless maybe the seats in the mechs are really small or something? I mean, it's either that or it's just a very sad excuse to have some very dodgy looking press-up style minigames like this one, a bunch of dialogue-heavy cutscenes featuring scantily clad schoolgirls in a space onsen like this one, and this odd scene here in which those same schoolgirls stand around in their pants and sing happy birthday to someone off camera.
Happy birthday to you.
Anime!
Why the big hurry?
If Dr. Cowell is not extracted tonight, Datadyne will put him through mind conditioning, and we'll lose our best chance of finding out what Datadyne are up to.
Perfect Dark here is another series that I've featured in a predictions video before. Its prequel for the Game Boy Color, which confusingly is also called Perfect Dark, was set last year in 2022. In that game, we were introduced to the Skedar, a warmongering alien race hailing from somewhere on the far side of the galaxy. But so far, we've not seen hide nor hair of them on the real world news. Smells like a government cover-up to me. Well, if last year's news of the discovery of an evil alien race is being suppressed in some kind of dodgy government conspiracy, the beans will surely end up being spilled pretty quickly in 2023 because we're about to meet the Skedar's sworn enemies, the Mayans, thanks to an unfortunate and highly coincidental crash landing near Area 51. Don't worry too much though, because the pilot of that alien ship, a Mayan protector and friend of Earthlings like us, will soon get rescued by secret agent Joanna Dark, and together they'll attempt to stop the Skedar and save our planet. And do you know what the name of our Mayan saviour will be? It's Elvis. His name will be Elvis. Look, it says here that I'm supposed to do an Elvis impression now, but I'm well not going to do that, sorry. Oh, go on. It'll fit in really well with the script, what I've done written, and it'll be a great way to end this section too. No, I'm not going to do it. It's embarrassing. Oh, man, come on, please. I'll give you a £5. No way. A £5's rubbish. Give me a tenner and I'll think about it. Fine, a tenner it is. Now, go on, do it. Do it. Oh, no, yeah, you were right. That was really embarrassing. Now, please, never do that again. Wow. And that, my friends, was 2023 according to video games. If you like aliens, nukes, crappy corporations, climate change, or sci-fi schoolgirls, then maybe 2023 will be your year. Or it'll be the year that you end up going to jail. It's gonna be one of those two, depending on what it is from those things I just listed that you like. Here's hoping the real 2023 isn't as crappy as the one that these games have predicted for us. But if it is, don't worry, Team Eurogamer will always be here to take your minds off all the bullshit. Well, at least until we get liquefied by space spores, that is, because turns out liquid flesh and laptops don't go very well together. It all goes in between the keys and makes bits fizz. Ugh. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Do give it a like if you enjoyed it. Please do subscribe to Eurogamer for almost daily videos about video games. And of course, have the best 2023 you possibly can. Thank you so much for all your support in 2022 and in all the previous years. You've been wonderful. Big love from us. And if you do want to see some more predictions videos, they're up on screen and clickable right now. You can see how much of a mistake all the other years made. That one, massive mistakes in that one. Anyway, have a great new year. Love you all. Goodbye. Goodbye. I'm just going to sit here now until I have to wait for 20 seconds for the thing. 1959. Oh, time traveled again.